Hello and welcome to another episode of Luna English Podcast. As I'm sitting here, listening to the gentle tap of rain against the window, I find it brings a certain calmness, perfect for reflecting on small changes. Before we begin, if you find this episode helpful, do like and subscribe. It really lets me know you enjoy what we're doing and helps others discover us too. Now, have you ever felt as though you're just going through the same habits day after day? That sort of gentle repetition, it can almost feel comforting, even when we know it's not helping us move forward. There's this odd safety in routines, even the ones that don't really serve us. I think it's because, familiar things rarely surprise us, right? Change, on the other hand, asks us to step out of that comfort. Speaking from experience, I remember my old morning routine, waking up, scrolling on my phone far too long, telling myself I'd do better tomorrow. But day after day, nothing different happened. Sometimes it's not laziness or lack of desire, but more the fear of what happens if we try and, fail. Or we keep waiting for the perfect timing or for everything to be just right. But the truth is, the perfect moment rarely arrives. I've learned that big goals can sometimes feel enormous, almost so big that starting feels impossible. But here's a secret. Change doesn't start with the big leap. It begins with a single, almost tiny choice. Take language learning, for example. Just 5 minutes a day, listening to English, no pressure, no tests, just presence. It could even be as simple as picking water over soda or taking the stairs instead of the lift. It's easy to think these little things are too small to matter, but honestly, that's where the magic lies. Sometimes I like to ask myself, and maybe you'd like to try this too, what's one minuscule shift I could make today, even if it seems almost too small to notice? Often, that's the very place that new patterns start to take root. So often, we fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment. You know, that feeling of, I'll start when I'm ready, or if I could just feel confident enough. But confidence, in my experience, grows through doing, through trying and being a bit imperfect. Take learning English again. If you study for only a few minutes or you stumble over a word, it still counts. The important thing is showing up. There have been days when I started practicing with a softer, more accepting attitude towards myself. And surprisingly, my confidence grew not because I was perfect, but because I let mistakes be part of the journey. We learn by moving forward, gently and honestly, not by getting everything right on the first try. Another thing I found so helpful is support. Surrounding yourself with even just one encouraging person can make a world of difference, be it friends, family, or even an online community. It's equally important to create an inviting space for your practice. Maybe it's a favourite chair, or a little notebook left out on your desk that whispers, "Come back, just for a moment." Gentle reminders can also be powerful. Perhaps a sticky note or a quiet alarm, just nudging you to keep at those small actions every day. These little cues can make starting less intimidating and more natural. Now, something I want to stress is consistency. It's not about intensity or a burst of effort that wears you down, but about repeating that small step again and again until it becomes a gentle part of your day. If you keep a journal or a simple checklist, you can notice your progress, even if it's small. Celebrate the small victories, please. Maybe look back after a week, see how many days you practiced or listened. That sense of progress can be deeply encouraging, and it's what really creates lasting change. As you continue, remember to be gentle with yourself. Change grows quietly, and over time, it becomes something solid. I think it's so important to celebrate every step, no matter how tiny. Give yourself permission to notice. I did it today, even just a little. Sometimes a simple treat, a quiet cup of tea, a favourite snack after your practice, or just letting yourself feel proud can fuel motivation more than anything. And if you can, share your small wins. Maybe tell a friend, a family member, or someone in your learning community. When we hear other people share their stories of small progress, it can remind us that we're on the right path too. Maybe keep a chart or a collection of your new words. Seeing your journey is a lovely way to remember how far you've come. To keep that gentle energy going, you could make a daily ritual, a song you play to start, or a corner of your room dedicated to learning, something that signals, "This is my time." Visual cues like checklists or trackers keep things real and motivating. It's also helpful to reflect each week. What went well? Where did you find it hard? Adjust gently. Remember, it's about continuous, steady movement and giving yourself the space to grow and change as needed. Flexibility is so crucial. If you find one day's goal is too much, it's perfectly fine to adjust it, make it smaller, easier. The point is to keep going, not to be perfect. Language learning, or any real habit, isn't a straight line, and patience with that process is part of the secret to lasting change. Set realistic expectations and remind yourself that growth is always gradual. When setbacks happen, and they will, remember to celebrate effort, not just results. And keep gently affirming your own commitment, telling yourself, "I'm still here, still trying, and that's enough." There will always be challenging days. Days when motivation is in short supply or life feels overwhelming. On those days, it's all right to shorten your practice time or shift activities. Rather than feeling guilty, try responding to yourself kindly. "This is hard today, but I'm still present." Have a plan for these moments. Maybe a list of easier activities or a soothing mantra to repeat. Remind yourself that setbacks don't erase progress. They're a normal part of the learning process. If your schedule needs to change, let it. Being adaptable is what makes a habit possible over months and years, not just days. Set aside a regular time to sit quietly with your journey. Reflect on even the tiniest improvements. Speaking about your progress with someone you trust or with an encouraging community brings a lovely sense of accountability. Visual reminders help as well. A chart, perhaps a notebook with your favourite new words. Keeping these close by makes your goals feel real and keeps motivation alive as you carry on. You might find, after a while, your small habits can fit naturally into your life instead of feeling forced or scheduled. A good way to deepen this is to find little triggers, pairing your listening practice with your morning coffee or learning a word during your commute. Try switching things up now and then. Listen to a new podcast, change your practice time. It keeps the process fresh and helps prevent boredom, so your habits can grow alongside you. For changes to last, it helps to think in the long term. Set mini goals that gradually evolve. Now and then, reflect on what's working and what needs a little tweaking. This reflection is not about being critical, but about gently guiding yourself forward. You might also find new communities, different podcasts, or books that inspire you along the way, keeping your routine feeling alive and connected to your wider goals. Let your routines grow with you. If you miss a day or need to lighten your load, it's absolutely fine. Just shift your goal to suit what you can manage. Remember, persistence doesn't mean being rigid. It's about returning gently, again and again. Speak kindly to yourself if things go sideways. Patience will help you see that small steps, repeated gently, lead to real change over time. You are not behind, you're simply becoming. Reflection is a quiet but powerful tool. You might try sitting down once a week to jot down what felt good, what was hard, and what surprised you. By noticing these, you begin to build self-awareness and resilience. Be compassionate with yourself. Recognize your honest efforts, whether or not the results appear immediately. And every month, perhaps find one new podcast, group, or book that lights a spark for you so your enthusiasm keeps growing. Try making a habit of reviewing your progress weekly. Look for small wins and areas where you could gently adjust. Sometimes setting up a reward after reaching a milestone, a favourite film perhaps, or sharing your win with friends can make steady effort feel lighter. Don't be afraid to add variety to your routine too. Try new activities, fresh podcasts, or different conversation partners. Change can actually help your learning remain rich and engaging. One approach I like is weaving habits into daily life. Listening to English as you cook or clean, or reviewing a new word with your morning drink. Leaving your vocabulary notebook somewhere you'll see it, or setting a gentle alarm, can make your habit almost automatic. Pairing habits is another wonderful way to make practice feel less like work and more like a seamless part of your day. Maybe 5 minutes of writing after breakfast, or repeating a sentence before you leave for work. Having someone cheer you on changes everything. Reach out to a partner or join a community and share your intentions and progress with them. Perhaps even dedicate a small corner of your home to your new habit, a place that feels comfortable and special for your learning. Little prompts, a sticky note, an encouraging text, a calendar notification are such gentle reminders, but so effective in keeping your daily practice alive. Review your routines now and then, adjusting as life and circumstances shift. Let go of being rigid. Spontaneity and occasional unexpected practice can bring joy and surprise into your learning. If your routines change, that's a sign of growth, not failure. Celebrate how you've grown and know that staying flexible keeps your motivation healthy over the long stretch. Sometimes you might find you're not making the progress you'd hoped for. Those plateau moments can be so discouraging. When that happens, take a gentle look at your patterns and consider making small challenges or changes. This could mean slowly increasing your practice time or trying something slightly more challenging, like a more complex conversation. Keeping a journal can help you notice where you're growing and where you'd like to change things up. Make it a habit to reflect each week. Write down or talk about your achievements, no matter how little they seem. Sharing with someone else, again, even a small community, helps motivation ripple outwards. Keep your progress visible, be it a chart, notebook, or collection of new words. These reminders are like quiet encouragements to keep you moving on your journey. Try dedicating a specific time each day to your language practice. Whether it's first thing in the morning or after lunch, consistency creates rhythm and makes your practice feel natural. And mix things up. Listen, speak, write, experiment. See what keeps you most engaged. Track your challenges too, and notice when a shift or small adjustment could make a difference. Weekly reflections can show you which strategies are helping and where you might want to shift your approach. Maybe once a month, update your goals or introduce something new, a fresh podcast or a different resource. You might notice certain times of day you're more productive. Adjust your routines to suit your natural rhythms, helping you get the most from your efforts and keep engagement high. As your habits evolve, try diversifying activities. Alternate between listening, speaking, and writing. New triggers like walking while listening or using quiet moments before bed can keep your routines interesting. Change up your environment or resources from time to time. Sometimes a new space or a new voice is all it takes to renew motivation and prevent things from feeling stale. Stick with your weekly reviews. These simple check-ins help you notice progress and gently course correct as needed. Celebrate the wins, treat yourself for reaching a milestone, or share your success with a friend. Add variety. Try new learning activities, meet different conversation partners, or listen to a podcast on a new topic. Change shouldn't feel dull. Let it be a source of energy and curiosity. Think about where language learning can fit naturally into daily life. Listening during a commute or practicing vocabulary while you cook can make your habits less effortful, more seamless.